In this kind of game where winning is everything, on that big 500 oval in Indianapolis, you can die any second.
Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with a new project on the bench. It is that time of year again. NNL East is coming up, got the card in the mail, and this year the themes are going round in circles, circle track vehicles, and race transporters. So I'm going to be doing a circle track car, and it's going to be the Crawford Special driven by Paul Newman in the movie Winning. I'm going to be making it from the MPC Dan Gurney's Olsenite Eagle kit. Now this is an original 69 kit. The reissue from the 90s had a barcode right there, so this box and its contents are pushing 60 years old. Got some neat box art there, and on the other side shows you all the kit options, including 2 completely separate engines that you can put in it. I'll take a look at what's in the box. Up top we've got the original decal sheet, which is untouched, but time has not been kind to these. I would not necessarily trust these on any build that I wanted to do right now. Do have the original instructions, which is kind of neat. It actually includes a suggestion for a paint stand using the old wire coat hanger. So that's kind of neat to see them actually recommending that. Gives you a general breakdown on where all the decals go. Also includes a display stand that for some reason they put right on a fold. They had space underneath it, but no, they put a fold right in the middle. A little bit silly there. Now onto the kit itself, and as you can imagine, a lot of parts have fallen off the tree, but we got first set of wheel parts. We've got another parts tree that's got some of the cowling on it. Got a whole bunch of parts that have come loose, and that includes some more wheel parts, some more of the cowling, and some exhaust header parts. Next up, we've got a parts tree that's got the main left side of the car, and it's got some pretty nice rivet detail on it. Looks pretty sharp. And the tail of the car, a little bit of flash on it. Kind of surprising, but not completely unexpected. We've got the right side of the main body. And again, nice rivet detail on it. Looks good and sharp. A little bit of cleanup needed, but not bad. The main tub, and this serves as the frame that everything else gets built off of. So fortunately, that looks nice and straight. We've got actually a pretty intact parts tree, and that's got the suspension components, the drive shafts, and over here half the transmission and some more engine components. And over here we've got the instrument cluster that actually includes detailed gauges and wood grain. That's pretty nice. Next up we've got the nose of the car, and that looks nice and clean. We've got another parts tree. It's got some more engine components as well as the exhaust pipes. A little bit of flash on these, but not too bad. Next part is pretty cool. The number 42 Eagle had a reverse induction engine, so it has a top-loaded exhaust manifold on it. So I got to figure something to use with that, even though it's not going to be used in this build. We've got one of the 2 engine blocks included, and it does have the cylinders cut out, but that's the only detail it has. Nothing on the underside, no valve train, nothing like that. We've got the radiator. That's pretty sharp. The top part of the body, this is the bit that goes around the cockpit. Again, looks pretty good. couple more little pieces in here. We got the other half of the transmission and another part of an exhaust manifold. Now, back when I got this, the kit was in really nice shape and I wanted to keep it that way, so I bagged up any of the soft parts, and that includes the seat and seat belts. They're actually a soft vinyl material. The detailing looks pretty good on them, but just not an expected material. I did the same thing for the tires. These are the standard Goodyear blue streaks that I think we've seen in some other kits recently. And I also did the same for the canopy. That was nice and scratch-free, so I wanted to keep it that way. And have a couple of chrome parts that fell off the tree. I got one outer front wheel and one set of intake horns. And the last thing is we've got the rest of the chrome parts. I put them in the bag so they wouldn't get scratched up, but we've got all of the suspension and steering components. There's the other engine block, the heads for the overhead cam engine. Got the front cover for the overhead cam engine, as well as the cam covers, some more suspension components. Got the front and rear wheels here. Some decent looking little spinner knockoffs there. Up in the top left is the valve covers for the pushrod engine, and they've got some nice Gurney Eagle etching on it. And finally, the last of the rear suspension components. So that's it for the kit, but there was one other thing in the box. Come on. Might be part of the box. Come on. It's been stuck in here since 1969. Alright. There. Got a flyer for the MPC flying rocket kits. And just kind of thinking about the fact that this flyer and this kit were released the same year as the Apollo 11 mission. So, that's kind of cool. It has a full marketing write-up on the back here that you can read. Man, that's just kind of cool. So there is the Olsenite Eagle kit. Now, this is a project that I've actually been looking forward to for a bit, just because of the history. Winning is the movie that got Paul Newman interested in motorsports in the first place. I figure for that alone, it deserves to have a place in the model collection. Now, there is one problem with the kit, and that is that the car Paul Newman drove didn't have either of these V8 engine options. It was based on the Rislone Special that Bobby Unser drove in '68, and so it had the Offenhauser turbocharged straight 4 engine in it. And so for that detail, I'm also going to be using this trans kit from Replicas and Miniatures of Maryland. This has the correct block, the intake and exhaust manifolds, the turbocharger, all the details to go with it, and it even includes the correct rear cowling. If you haven't used anything from Replicas and Miniatures of Maryland, Norm stuff is the best. Everything is always clean, it fits together, so I don't really expect there to be any issues with this. But I am going to find out. So I will be starting work on this. I will have an update for you next week. You can check back then, and thanks for watching.